It's that time of the year where you're potentially looking for new irons. Are you going to be looking for blades? Are you looking for cavity backs? Are you looking for hollow-bodied irons? Or even are you looking for some hybrid irons? That's what we're going to talk about today. What irons should you be looking at? Who are they directed for? And how do you make that decision? So first up, we're going to be talking blades. Obviously, I have the Blueprint, the new Blueprint T irons here, and straight away here, obviously, what are we looking for? We've got a forged head. Technology in here, we haven't really got much because of the design. We do have the weight in the end of this club, again, just to get you that little bit more forgiveness compared to maybe your Titleist MB irons, which don't have that much technology, and you know what you're getting traditional lofts here, but you're also getting that thin top edge, you're also getting a shorter blade of length. So like we say, who is it for? Unfortunately here, I would say it is for your better golfer, the golfer that does find the middle of the face. Maybe you can't control if it's open or closed, but you do find the center of the face, because if we do get off-centered hits here, you're certainly going to lose a lot of distance. You will always hear that people say, well, when you hit a blade, there's nothing better than hitting a blade out of the middle. Pretty much like that, a nice flight, a nice strike, but it's the ones that are off-centre that are really going to affect you. There, 175 yards carry, 187 even, with a 6-iron. So about the right numbers for me, but even for me over that golf ball, I do have MBs in the lower half of my bag in my combo set, but 6-iron or 7-iron and above, I do go to a CB. Again, to get that little bit more forgiveness. Am I trying to hit it perfect all the time? Obviously, yes, I am. Do I hit it perfect every time? Certainly not. So in the longer clubs here, you might want to change, but if you are somebody who likes to obviously control the ball, control your flight, these are the most easy to work clubs, so you are going to be able to work them a little bit easier. You are going to be able to fly them how you want and shape them how you want, but realistically, what percentage of golfer is that? It's not a high percentage. So if you're looking for some nice, sleek looking blades, again, these are going to be a little bit more forgiving than the previous Blueprints, and they're also going to be a little bit more forgiving than your Titleist and your Callaways, potentially even your TaylorMades. But do you want those? Are you making golf harder by getting these irons? Potentially so. For me, there are 3 reasonable strikes. Consistency on distance. Again, that's carried a little bit further, 185 going to 100. So consistency, yes, pretty good front to back, a nice flight for me. Didn't perform bad there, but on the golf course, in the wind, under the pressure, playing against Dave, for example, then I'm going to need something that I can trust. I can hit those, but why not make the game easier? Now let's talk CBs, and I'm going to be talking about the Tacoma 301 CB irons. Plenty of CBs out there on all ranges, so there's plenty of options for you to look at, but what are we going to get? And we know straight away we're going to get that little bit thicker topper edge because we're going to have a little bit more forgiveness in them. I've got a longer blade length straight away, and straight away down at the ball, it fills me with that little bit more confidence that I'm going to get a strike, and even if it is a little bit towards the toe or a little bit towards the heel, I'm still going to get a reasonable distance. So again, and straight away there, we're going to get a little bit higher flight potentially. Again, a forged CB here, carrying 178, going 186. So that is the 7-iron here with the Tacomas. But again, make sure, again, when you're picking sets, check the lofts, because you need to match it in with your wedges. You also need to match it in with the top end of your bag. And that's certainly going to be a big talking point when we move on to the next irons with mid-handicap Dave. Hollow-bodied and hybrid irons, how does it suit, obviously, top end and lower end of your bag? But even with a CB, for me, I feel like I can control that flight. If I want to flight one a little bit down now, I feel like I can do that pretty easy. Straight away there, a little bit lower than the previous one. I have turned that over, but I've not lost much distance there at all. So consistency wise, I'm getting the flight, I'm getting the strike. I do feel like I've got forgiveness more so from this side. If I'd have hit that shot with the Blueprints, I don't think I would have got that distance. I think it would have quickly dropped off there. But one more. Again, slightly left, but a good strike there. Let's see. 175 going 185, so maybe would have just missed the green left, but for me they're a solid strike, getting consistency. But let's talk who these CBs would be for. Obviously we want to think about what kind of handicap is it? Again, you could be a 20 handicap golfer using forged clubs. If you find the centre of the face pretty well, but it might be your club path or face control that's affecting you, getting some different irons, you're still going to have that same issue. If you like the feel of forged, you're getting that longer blade length, a thicker top line, but not too thick, and you're also getting the forgiveness with it being spread over the face. A bit more perimeter weighting than blades, you could have these in your bag. So when you go for a fitting and maybe they say, right, what is your handicap? Don't let them throw you straight into, obviously, some higher launching clubs, some more forgiving clubs, because you might be back the year after if your golf starts to improve. And that's where you need a set potential that might last you 4 or 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Who knows? Obviously, you're going to get some clubs that are consistent, that you like the look of. And if you like the look of them, you might have that little bit more confidence to be able to lower your scores this year. But let's talk hollow-bodied. So obviously when we're testing hollow body clubs, we need the man, the myth, we need mid-handicap Dave, 13 handicap golfer here, and we have got him in the new QI10 irons. Obviously, big talking point with these is obviously lofts. What kind of loft have you got on these hollow body? There's a lot of power lofts here, they're getting stronger and stronger. We tested the AI Smoke Paradigm irons a couple of weeks ago, and the 5 iron was 22 degrees, I believe, which is very close to a traditional 3 iron. So again, check your lofts, guys. The lofts are on screen now. You're going to see that you need to be able to match those in with your set. But who are these?
Won't matter what the loft is if you feel like that, Chris.
But who are these designed for? Again, for Dave, he does have hollow-bodied irons. He has the Tacoma 101Ts. Obviously, that was more price point, but also performance of the reason he got those. So these could be for any golfer. I've seen single-figure handicap golfers with hollow-bodied clubs because it makes golf easier for them, and that is all we are trying to do. There, exactly what Dave would expect to hit a 7-iron, 137 yards carry, running out to 150. So we can see he can get the launch on them, and this is what the big thing is. Obviously, if you're struggling with your launch, these are clubs that you might go to. So again, guys, these clubs will be designed to help you launch the ball a little bit higher. So if you're struggling with your flight, which is exactly why Dave went to his hollow body designed irons, it's going to help you get that landing angle that you need. Just like that, straight up the middle, but coming in with a nice flight. That's going to hold the green. 138, going 150, very consistent. But if these irons aren't helping you get the ball in the air, what is the next step? And obviously after this, we could go to something like the hybrid iron. So here we've got a 7-iron from Ping, the G430, 34 degrees. So if you're still struggling with irons and you've got a very shallow angle of attack, then these could be perfect to get you the launch and get you the landing angle, which is the most important. How many times I see mid-handicap golfers hit the green, or even senior golfers hit the green, but it runs straight through because it's coming in like a missile. It's coming in extremely low. These clubs could get you the distance, but more importantly, the carry. A little bit turned over there, but straight away a higher launch there. We know it's a longer shaft, so carrying 150, going 160, but the landing angle there, even with one turned over, would probably hold the green. Plenty of options now out here. We've got the 11 clubs that you'll see on screen. They have a full set of hybrids all the way down to pitching wedge.
Okay. Well, there's a fair distance between them two, Chris.
Yeah, there is. So carry again, 143, going 155-ish, but good flight. Yeah. Dave can't control these, and this is again why Dave hasn't gone to these. He's not at the point where he wants to go to these because they're not performing better than his irons. Dave still hits down on the golf ball, so with these it's going to be very hard for him to control and get the right launch every time.
At last.
There, took him 3 attempts to get that, 140 carry, going 150, but a towering shot. We'll go one more, Dave.
What I do like about them, although I don't like to see that much face, what I do like about them is the angle that they come down at.
Yeah, you've always had a problem in the last couple of years of probably running through too many greens when you have hit the green technically, which is a rarity.
Chris. Yes, Chris.
And you will know that on the channel, that guys, we've tried to work on Dave's flight and get him hitting more greens by getting a little bit more trajectory. That's another good one. Drop down to 130. So
Yeah, I
interesting
didn't quite
there.
catch it, Chris, but
So interesting there, guys. Obviously, Dave didn't quite catch that one, but not as consistent with that. So Dave's got the right irons for him, but there isn't exactly a point where you have to think, I can't have those irons. Don't let yourself go into a fitting, tell your handicap and get fitted for something that you don't want. Again, CBs could be for a lot more golfers than do actually have them in the bag. You don't have to go hollow bodied unless they are performing the best. Again, blades are going to be for those guys who do find the centre of the face a little bit more, but it's very rare that you see them in the top end of the bag anymore, guys. So have a think, do you need blades? Do you need CBs? Do you need hollow body designs? Or are you ready for some hybrid irons to help you improve your golf in 2024? Thanks for watching, guys. If you do enjoy the content, please do consider hitting that subscribe button, and we'll see you again tomorrow.